Hey guys, so I'm here this week. I'm starting off with the Divine Masculine reading. So again, last week I started these readings and it is about the issues that are going on in the underlying energy, the actions that can be taken, and obviously potential outcomes for Divine Masculine at this time. So whether you're a male, whether you're reading this for a partner, or you're just looking into your own masculine energy, how you take these readings is completely you. But I'm just going to get straight into them this week. Once I've done the reading, I am going to choose one of the soulmate messages for you guys as well. Okay, so I'm going to start off today. Basically, we're saying with the masculine's issue at the moment is that he is having a little bit of difficulty with release. So I feel this is weighing quite heavily on the heart space of the masculine. It actually kind of brings with it a little bit of sadness. Like, I feel like there's something playing really heavy on his heart that he just can't quite figure out how to let go of. Whether this is a partner, whether this is a past behavior, whether this is family, energy ties, whether it's loss that he hasn't yet grieved. Like, it's different, I feel, for a few, but overall there's quite a heavy sadness weighing on the masculine's heart at the moment that he's just not sure how to release. He doesn't know how to open up and kind of let it go, whether that's to a person like in the physical world, or whether that's like just a spirit, his guide saying like, hey, I'm sick of carrying this heaviness on my heart. I want to open up. I want to feel more love. I want to feel more connected. I don't want to carry this inside anymore. Like, he really wants to express his feelings. He really wants to come from that heart space and believe he's worthy. Again, masculine energy will depend on what he feels or what you feel you're worthy of. So whether, again, you're looking for a new job, whether you're looking for taking a chance on yourself, starting a business, a new career, a new partnership, more connection with just friends and family, like a deeper level. There's just something that's on his heart here that he just doesn't know how to let go of. We have the number 13, so this is also about the number 4. So there is obviously a few elements in certain areas. 4 is about stability. So he wants to feel stable. He wants to feel connected. And again, whether that's in all areas, like feeling connected to spirit, feeling connected to others, there's just such a heavy burden on his heart and he's not sure how to just open up and express it. So masculines, lots of love to you at the moment. I feel like this is really hard for you. Like, you're really struggling with how to do this. And I can even feel the heaviness on my own heart as I speak. Like, there's just quite a lot of sorrow here. So let's move on and see what action we can take to open up. Okay, so moving on from here, we have the number 1, and we have love abounds. The green borders are always representative of emotion. So number 1 is new beginnings. As you can see here, you've got the third eye symbol in the middle of the heart. So it's about coming into your intuitive self a little bit more. Trust what you're feeling. Yes, it's real, but trust that you can move through it. So it's opening up to love in this situation that is going to help you move through this heaviness. So he's feeling very burdened, not sure, but I feel like this has also come across because he has loved before and it's hurt him. So he's not too sure how to carry that weight again. Like, opening up to love feels scary, but it's also it's going to be the solution. And also love for the self masculine. Like, I feel like there's so much, I wouldn't go as far as saying self-hatred, but self-loathing. I feel like there's this little bit of like, I fucked up energy, and it's like you don't know how to come back from it. But love is kind of the solution. You've got to get back out there and love yourself, love your journey, love your friends, your family, your foes. Just, trying not to sit in that depressive state of, oh, like, what have I done? And again, this will relate to anything. Like, maybe you've taken a chance on something, it didn't work out, and you just think, what's the point? I just feel like there's this mentality. I feel like the mind is just taking so much control of the masculine energy right now, but he needs to come back to love for himself, love for his journey. And that is going to be the way forward. That is going to help him release and come out of this stuckness, and more into that emotional state of being feeling the wounds and kind of expressing them so that they can heal, and then that way you're going to come back into that state of love. So as you can see behind the heart here as well, like I see this like sunrise jumping out at me, and the water is very representative of emotions. So I feel like the sun is going to rise again, masculine. You've kind of just got to jump into the waters of those emotions so that that sun can rise. New beginnings, love awaits, you know, like in all areas. It's time to just stop carrying that burden, let it go, you know, get back to love. You were there and you loved it, but now you feel like you've done something wrong, you fucked up and you're not deserving of it. So just enough of that. It's time to let all that heaviness go. What's done is done. It's time to heal and get back to that loving heart space that you carry so well. Goodness me. I feel like spirit's starting to get a bit like temperamental. Bit of a kick up the ass there, masculines. Stop being such a hard ass and just love already. Stop being so afraid. Okay, but potential outcomes for the masculine energy here is we have moving on. So again, we have, you know, this walking away from this heaviness and stepping into love again, stepping into that emotional sector. You've got the water again. You're kind of walking side by side with your emotions now. You're feeling them. You're going to be stepping into the notions of feeling, you know, all of them. You can't get through this without feeling everything. Releasing is not just going to bring the love straight up, but it's going to bring the anger, the sadness, the grief, the happiness, the joy, the love. You know, it's going to bring everything, but it's moving on. I feel like the biggest message that's coming through here for the masculine right now is like, you are going to be moving on from the shit. Okay, you're going to be moving on from the past behaviors. You're going to be moving on from all the patterning and conditioning that you've learned, you know, that holds you back from love and from being your best self, from loving yourself. I feel like Spirit showing me here that old adage of, you know, men don't cry, like men are strong, like be strong, be a man. Like I feel like, you know, that's I feel like that's what this is. I feel like that's that burden. You know, he wasn't strong and now he feels like he's not worthy, he's not masculine enough. But masculines, I can tell you right now, you are moving on from all that societal parenting, whoever conditioning. And that, if you choose to, of course, get into love, get into your own emotional bliss, whatever that looks like, you know, get into that fulfilling energy of loving everything, like whether that's your job, your partner, your friends, your family, love it all, or choose what you love. It's completely up to you. But know that you can move on if you choose and release the heaviness from your heart once and for all. You don't need to be sad. You don't need to be stuck in that way of thinking that you can't feel, that like because you're a male you can't feel, that you don't have a right to feel. It's moving on from all that, okay? And by that, you've got to step into loving everything you've known, everything you've learned. Appreciate what you have, appreciate what's come and gone, and let's move on from the bullshit so we can release the burden and step back into that emotional bliss. Move on from the crap. All right, so quite an emotional state of being there for the masculine this week. And moving on from that, guys, I'm going to bring up a soul message. So like I said last week as well, this soul message is from the masculine soul to the masculine soul. But if you want to read it from the divine feminine to the divine masculine, partnership, friendship, parents, whatever, that's completely on you. However this resonates for you the most, but I'm just asking for a soul message for the collective masculine energy right now. And this is all about merging with your own soulmate first, and then you can go into more soulmates from there. Okay, so our soul message for the masculine. You are a beautiful and sensitive soul. Again, that emotional bliss. You can be sensitive masculines. There is nothing wrong with that. Love's objective is to help you remember who you truly are. Release the conditioning. Release the heaviness. An eternal being of light on a path to ever greater love. That's your new path. Are you ready? Okay, so you are a beautiful and sensitive soul. Love's objective is to help you remember who you truly are, an eternal being of light on a path to ever greater love. Okay, so masculine, that is your soul message from your higher self. But again, if anyone wants to take it differently, that's cool. But that is your message. You are a beautiful soul. That's all there is to know about that. Okay, masculine, so remember, it's time to release the burdens. It's time to welcome love back into the situation, and it's time to move away from the crap that's holding you back and keeping you playing small and away from love in all forms. You are worthy of love. You do not have to have the front of being a man anymore. You are perfect just the way you are. Thanks, guys. Next up, Divine Feminine.